Welcome back. These are parts that I salvaged from my Flux Delta, the Raspberry Pi, the main control board, and the camera module. Just for fun, I pulled the micro SD card out of there, chucked it into my Windows machine, followed the online instructions to reset the root password, plugged it in. I don't know if connected it up as it were inside the printer, almost. So the GPIO, the USB, and the camera. Also at the same time, have confirmed that the camera is indeed on a USB connection, as labelled on the board as USB cam. Awesomely, the Raspberry Pi is also labelled USB Raspberry, right above the USB Wi-Fi. So, you know, USB bus area. So you can see I've got the, probably for the first time ever, the HDMI plugged in on the Pi, and the USB keyboard plugged into the USB port on the extension board, assuming that will then give me USB connection to the Pi. That this is acting as some kind of bus. If it is acting as some kind of bus, that means I should then be able to get access to the camera, hopefully via that onto that. If that does work, I then have a spare Raspberry Pi 3B Plus thingy that I'll see if I can swap that out for. So that'll give me more connections. I can get a mouse on it. It's got its own Wi-Fi that is better in strength, and I know the Flux had connection issues being far from a router and speed and whatever. So we turned it on, plugged it in, and it's just done an and we got in, and it's just done an apt get update, whatever you want to call it. Just out of curiosity to see if it had a connection, and it did, and it had confirmed it is running Raspbian. A load of services appeared when we first turned it on, Flux services, PNP, some web looking things, all sorts of other things. So we'll see what we get on. So we can confirm it is a Raspberry Pi, not running normal Raspbian. This board is acting as a USB hub, as well as obviously other stuff to that, and we'll see how we get on at getting access to the camera. Okay, so slight change of plan. This is my Octoprint Pi that's already set up for the Ender 5. The original Pi still has its SD card in it. Not change anything about Octopi. My theory is, if this is just a USB hub, essentially glorified at the moment, and this is on a USB connection to a USB hub into the Pi, running Octoprint, will Octoprint then be able to see it as a webcam without having to do anything? So I haven't yet turned it on. I've plugged it in, mirroring how it all went on the original Pi, and I'm about to turn it on. Obviously it hasn't got the connection to the Ender 5, but we don't worry about that. We just want to see if we can get the webcam without exploding, catching fire, or breaking Octoprint. So, plug the plug in the wall, and we'll see what explodes. Okay, nothing caught fire. Power light. Power and activity lights. Right, I suppose the next step is to see if it's been long enough for Octoprint to have started, and to open it up on my computer. So, oh, okay, so there is life. Octoprint hasn't completely died, which means I've got the GPIO cable in the right place to power the Pi. I should stress, if this does work, I will also try putting a USB socket connector straight on the end of that that webcam cable, and going direct without the daughter board, so I don't need to power it over the GPIO cable or with the big power brick. Oh, okay, so this is promising. Straight away, we have webcam. Okay, let's just move it about a bit and see what sort of frame rate we get. Okay, so it's obviously not the most amazing webcam. Not going to win any prizes. I'm sure we do the funny thing here. Let's have that. Yeah, see? Yeah, you have to do that. So not going to win any prizes for quality. There's a bit of a delay and a lag. I mean, it's only a cheap little camera module, isn't it? Okay, so what you can't see is how I'm holding this. Which may be a problem, it may not. It might be an unexpected bonus, because it might make it easier to attach to the Ender 5. Yeah, it's upright. Laying down, this is where it's laying down as it was on the table. It's on its side. Standing upright does indeed put the picture up the right way. So this might actually, if I can attach this to the column of the Ender, that could make attaching this and using it very nice. Because I can then use Octoprint to do time lapses triggered on a layer change. So you can get those awesome time lapses where the head doesn't appear to move and you just see the print grow. That's the goal. So we have an unexpected bonus. I was expecting this to need some kind of drivers. That's why I was trying it on the original Pi. Apparently it doesn't, and it works as a USB hub, and it's just by the magic of Linux and presets, it's working. Okay, so I'll come back to this little project once I work out a better way of connecting this to the Ender, albeit temporarily and exposed at the moment. And eventually we'll sort out a plug for that to go straight into there, and we can get rid of all that.